everyone, my name is Altara Guy, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, part 24. In this episode, or rather in the last episode, we got ourselves this absolutely baller Sentinel starship, which has taken pretty good care of us, and we also discovered an outpost or settlement, which I had mentioned I felt was not a particularly good investment of my time. However, doing a little bit more research about that, I've learned that you can make changes to said outposts to make them more profitable, so it is actually worth taking the time to go and claim those. So this episode is going to be another base building episode. We're going to work on expanding this base out here because I have gotten a whole bunch of recipes for extremely valuable crafting materials, or rather extremely valuable compounds, and I need basically most of the goodies from these plants to expand or to get those in any sort of meaningful quantity. So I will be doing that, and I will also go take care of the settlement the settlement as well. But I'll do this first, and I'll cut away so you guys can appreciate the final result. Here's a before of the base, and then I'll cut away, and you guys can see the after of the base. All right, I'll see you guys there. All right, and here's the finished product. We're about to have ourselves a farming empire in a couple of days when everything is done growing and I can harvest all of the goodies. I was going to make this whole process a time lapse, but it took me 4 hours to gather all of the materials and actually build everything that needed to be built. So there's that, and then there's this basically massive solar array that I had to build to make sure that it was consistently powered. So, yeah, that's basically what you guys missed, but this is going to be another base-focused episode. And to start, we have more things to do with the farmer? Could have sworn we did. Oh, okay. So we trigger it by doing this. Friend, I am pursuing new hybrid plants. It is such fun. Will you help me birth new life? I require considerable plant samples to graft and to splice, more than I can grow myself. Wonderful, traveler friend. Oh, the new plants we'll discover. I can already see them in my mind. And, yeah, basically we've done that already. So, I just need to wait. Yeah, so return to the farmer. Have you gathered the samples, friend? Please say you have. Funkelwald. Oh, wonderful. I have news for you as well. My latest creation has sprouted. It has produced the most interesting of seeds. Please take a sample. Nip Nip. This medicinal herb is known for its pungent buds, which are harvested to produce Geknip. Nip Nip thrives in dank environments and often grows as a weed. Suitable for hydroponic planting indoors, needs a tropical or humid climate before planting outdoors. I see. I don't have Nip Nip buds, so I don't know how I would necessarily do that. Oh, I would make them, I guess? This is more than enough today, but tomorrow brings new sunlight and new plants to study. Which plant is best? Salesgek Op laughs, amused by the absurdity of my question. Alright. Now, you may have noticed we have another addition to our base. This is an Exocraft technician, who is another Viking. And this dude is going to help us improve on the various Exocraft, like the roamer that we have outside. Alright, this individual has calmed since I last saw them, though I still feel a sense of dread within their eyes, of the paranoia that has sustained them across the stars. So if you don't remember, or if I didn't show it, this guy was basically cast out from the Viking, and in order to prevent, basically, summary execution, they came to live with us to basically work for us so they don't die. Alright, greet them. Interloper, I will do as I promised. Build a geobay from this schematic and my Exocraft shall be yours, unworthy though you may be. Yeah, you can tell that he's not super thrilled about this decision, but it was either this or die. Now excuse me, I must ensure this location is defensible should my people try to find me. The technician asked me to construct a roamer geobay from which I will be able to access their exocraft. Well, I've already done that as part of the base computer quest, so I don't exactly know if it's going to allow me to just skip this, or if there's more to it than that, so we'll see. Grah, of course, this bargain greatly favors you, interloper. My exocraft has seen much glory. Yep, I know about that already. Construct a roamer geobay. Yeah, there's one outside. Do I... Yes, okay, awesome. It does count. Alright. And now we gotta wait for... There we go, return to the technician. Interloper, have you constructed the roamer geobay? Grah, tell me once you have. We must scan this world. We must find its signals, its secrets. Yep, we did. Good. Here's a blueprint for an Exocraft radar. This augmentation will allow you to discover buildings and signals from afar. But interloper, know that it disgusts me that you lack so much knowledge. Thanks. Chromatic metal and microprocessor. Okay. Do not delay, interloper. You have the means. Now set about the construction of the signal booster. I do not know how I feel about this warrior. I do not know whether I have made a mistake, but there's nothing to be done. The Vy'keen has honored their word. I will honor mine. The Vy'keen asks me to install the signal booster in my new Exocraft. Sure. Alright, well this is easy, because I have a whole bunch of indium that I've been using to make chromatic metal. So I'll stick that in the refiner using the 3 material process that I'll show you guys here in case you've forgotten. And then I will skip ahead to the point where it's done. So for basically maximum efficiency, you're going to want to use whatever the stellar metal is. So indium, so copper, cadmium, emerald, or indium, whatever you have access to. Silver and gold, in no particular order. I just did it this way because it's aesthetically appealing to me. And it gives you fantastically more than what you would normally get. Because normally if you just refine indium, it's 2 to 4, so it's 1 to 2. Whereas this is 1 to 30. Now, you do have to spend some time mining asteroids to be able to make this, like, profitable, but at some level, I will take that over something else. Ooh, suspension. Overhauls Exocraft handling values through a combination of software tweaks, pressure adjustments, and the insertion of microgravity wells into key suspension components. Specially tuned to increase the ability of the Exocraft to slide. Specifically tuned to increase the ability of the Exocraft to turn sharply. Specifically tuned to increase the ability of the Exocraft to drift. That's kind of cool. Okay. So we'll do that. I already have the microprocessors. I think they're in here. So let me just grab them out real quick. Yep, right here. And I'll stick one of the microprocessors in there. I guess I'm not going to cut ahead because it didn't take very long for the chromatic metal to do what it needed to do, and I already had the other bits and bobs, so we're going to do that. And shebang. Alright. Exocraft radar installed. What does our technician have to say now, I wonder? There we go. Once we have the Exocraft radar, we can map this planet. Are you ready for what happens next? I don't know, am I? The warrior awaits, expecting me to announce my success in the construction of the Exocraft radar. I have. Your timing is fortuitous, traveler. Take these blueprints. Okay. Mounted cannon. Due to the energy requirements for this powerful weapon, they can only be fired from an Exocraft mount. Okay. In your absence, I have made a grave discovery. There are Sentinel depots on this world. Grah. They are everywhere, even in this last refuge. Track one down, traveler. Destroy the depot and bring me its precious contents for use in my work. The warrior requires me to use my Exocraft radar to locate a depot and steal the material from within. They will use this substance to create an Exocraft booster. Okay. Hurry, interloper. Do not permit the Sentinels to pollute your world. Well, fortunately, there's not a whole lot I can necessarily do about that. But, fortunately, I do have all of the materials that I need, so we can just go bang bang, and we've got ourselves a cannon. And yes, I did want to, Oh, interesting. Is this the same thing that he's going to give me? Or is he going to give me, like, an augment to the boosters or something else like that? I don't know. We'll find out together. But I will get into the rover, which is basically like a buggy. And let's use... destroy depots to collect gold. Ah, I see. Scan for depots. Okay. Where? Alright, in that case, I'll see you guys when I get there, because it could take me a little while. Alright, we're here. I elected not to take the roamer because it does not handle very well. It's not actually that much. It's like 3 times faster than walking, and it doesn't do super well with hills, so it was kind of disorienting, and it was... maybe it wasn't going to make me motion sick, but it was not a pleasant experience. So I decided to use the car, or the ship, to get here much faster. And we got to take out these depot containers, but we got to figure out, because we need gold, which is going to drop from one of them. This one here. Okay. We should focus on this one first, because if something should happen, we'll be able to basically get that and go. And that'll be much faster than anything else that we would need to do. Plus, if we need to run, this will be much easier. So let's use the Blaze Javelin to just see if we can do some big damage. Oh, that did massive damage. Holy crap. Alright, and boom. Sentinels are mad now. Oh, I didn't actually get enough gold for that. Oh dear. Alright, well, time to kill some Sentinels. Suck it. Yeah, so the other thing that I did while I was away was I installed an upgrade to my exosuit, or not to my exosuit, to my my multi-tool that causes the Blaze Javelin to stun enemies, and another upgrade that that basically causes me to do more damage to enemies that are stunned. So this is going to pair very well with the analysis, or not the paralysis mortar. Wow, I can speak really well. Because I can basically stagger enemies with the mortar and then blast them with the Blaze Javelin and end their entire careers. Oops. Oh well. We're just going to use the combat scope. No, we're not, but that's fine. Nice try, bucko. Yeah, you guys are not doing so great. See ya. Man, the Blaze Javelin is extremely powerful. Ow, ow, ow. That hurt. Now, unfortunately, I did not get enough gold from this depot, so chances are I'm gonna have to go to a second depot, which is fine, because at some level, you know, these are still kind of exciting, I would imagine. Considering that the combat episode where I took on the Sentinel carrier did extremely well, you guys seem to really enjoy it when I kicked the pants off of some Sentinels, so... we've successfully gotten this here depot taken care of, so I'm just going to kill this dude bro here. I'm actually going to use the paralysis mortar to... oops. And boink. Oh, come on, the depot still counts as like as a corporeal object. But, like, are you sure, though? Because I don't know that you're necessarily sure about that. I'm just going to stun lock this fella here. Fortunately, I cannot use the secondary function on my multi-tool. But I can do that. Alright, so now that we've done that, I am... Oh, there's another resource depot over there, apparently.
Sentinel movement detected.
Okay. In that case, I will cut ahead to... I'm basically just going to run, for the most part. And I'll cut ahead to... when I get to the next depot. Come on, my big guy. You are nothing. You ain't never been nothing. You ain't never gonna be nothing. I don't know how much health you have, though. This could be... Oh, you have quite a lot. Oh, dear. Nope. Keep getting staggered, big dog. Switch to the... Really? How was the vacuum filter damaged? I was literally shielded. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Get out of here. There's more sentinels behind me, which is not so great. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a summoner. Okay, I gotta get rid of the summoner. Fullcaster, sure. I want to leave at least one of the repair drones alive. But I need to take out all of the combat units because they can actually damage me, while the repair drones are really not that much of a threat. So as soon as I do that, I will basically be safe. Just need to make sure that I can... How was I one-shotting these guys before? That's not good. Come on. I'm just gonna plasma or paralysis more than you. Something on that. Have another one. I said have another one. Man, these paralysis things don't work very long, do they? Okay, I need to find one of these boxes because I am in some pain and I need some shield restored desperately. That didn't do anything. Of course it didn't. Oh, come on now. Oh, this is bad. 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 Ow. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. Okay, shield. Shield, 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 shield. No, 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 no. Okay, we're good. That's what I get for not taking this seriously. Okay. Whew, that was close. Need some shield back. Got you. And got you. Alright, nice. That was close. Holy crap. Alright, and now I basically just run because these guys can't really hurt me. But I do need to break line of sight. Alright. So I did lie a little bit when I said I would fight those guys off, because that was a bit of an intense fight. But I'll see you guys when I get there. Or when I get to the next depot. Oh, that's funny. I I don't actually need to go to the second depot because I had gold in my refiner, so I just took it out and that counted as progressing the quest. Alright. Have you obtained the materials I seek, Interloper? Divine elements forged from the Sentinels themselves. They will shield us from their sight. Yep. Got 100 gold for you. Good. I shall use it to forge Exocraft boosters for future expeditions. Oh, okay. Well, I already have that in my Exocraft. None of us lives life alone, traveler. All of us form attachments, and I must shed the last vestiges of mine. I left my consort and spawn behind on my homeworld. My crimes were my own, but I must know what has happened to them. They have sent me an encrypted transmission. You will use the Exocraft boosters to reach it before my brethren inevitably delete it. In the process, we can pull mining laser technology from the network. Grah. We will kill 2 Gek with 1 blast. The warrior requires me to use my Exocraft boosters to reach a terminal quickly enough to receive an encrypted transmission. They believe we may also acquire an Exocraft mining laser blueprint from the Viking network. Oh, interesting. Be vigilant, be quick. I require this message. I must know what happened to those I left behind. Okay. Alright. Reach the terminal. Cool. Is there like a time limit on that, or... If the timer expires before you complete the operation, return to the technician for another attempt. Alright, where do I need to go? Oh, there we go. Okay. I have 4 minutes to get there. Again, I'm going to use the ship because this terrain is not particularly friendly to using the roamer. Oh, it's not actually that far. Alright, well, that's convenient. Whee! Oh, it's on the other side of this hill. Alright. Ah, I see. I feel like I've been here before, but maybe not. I don't know. I thought this was like one of the places where we reconnected the Korvax to the Convergence. But again, I could be totally wrong about that. Alright, data terminal. What do you got for us? Loading transmission. Decrypting subspace frequency. Error. Interception. Witness the price of your heresy, fugitive of the Viking. Know that there is no sky in which we cannot find you, no system to which you might flee unscathed. Hide then in the depths of this galaxy, for we are patient. Know that your spawn wept like mewling Gek as we cut them down, that we killed your consort as they fled, leaving the others behind to suffer. Where shall you ever find peace knowing these things? Wow, that's... yeah. The message is not what I expected. The technician told me to retrieve a transmission from their family, but this... I must return and decide what to do. Before the transmission closes, I pull the Exocraft mining laser blueprint from the network. Alright, nice. Why do I need life support gel for that? Alright, so we have a choice to make, and I have already decided what I'm going to do. But the choice here is basically, do you tell the Viking that his family is still alive because he wasn't there to know one way or the other? Or do you inform the Viking that his family is dead and see what happens, because he's going to be justifiably angry about learning that. As before with Artemis, I know what I'm going to do, but I will not say until we actually get there. Although, if you know and if you've been paying attention to the series, I'm sure you already know what my decision is going to be. So for those of you who guessed correctly, good job. I don't have a prize for you, but, you know, well done. Bragging rights, I guess. Okay. My preparations are almost complete. Soon I will purge myself of my old life, of my old attachments, to commit fully to what I must become. But, even if I will remember nothing, I must know. I must know, traveler. Have you retrieved the transmission? They are frenzied at my approach, excited. Whatever the transmission might contain, whatever system it has been sent from, it would seem to matter a great deal to the Viking. I have. The technician tells me they are going to clear their mind to prepare for their holy task. Before they remove all of their thoughts, they wish to know what happened to their family. I must know, traveler. Tell me what my consort said. Tell me of my spawn. Please, I have waited so long. The technician was expecting to intercept a message from their consort and spawn, but instead I discovered what their family had been killed, murdered by other Viking in retaliation for their heresy. As they stand before me, expectant, nervous, I do not know whether to tell them the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth, because no benefit comes from lying. Leave me, traveler. We Viking prepare for death our whole lives, but this... Who I am now will die with them, lost in the obliteration of time and memory. Thank you, friend, for what you have done. When we next speak, I will be reborn. Okay. What does that mean? Do I need to build the mining laser now? I do. Oh. Okay. I am reborn without attachment. I can focus now. Focus on what I must do. Grah, you will require a mining beam in the days to come. Construct one, and I will craft you a nomad exocraft befitting of an acolyte of Null. Oh. I see now. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but in one of the previous episodes, I believe actually it was from our arms man over there to our right. I don't know what his title is. Armorer, that's his name. He taught, or some Viking essentially taught us, or maybe it was in the Secrets of the Three Races episode that I made, that the Viking were sort of split into two factions. And one faction followed Herc, and the other followed Null. And the factions do not like each other. And so this guy follows Null, but and so my guess is Viking High Command follows Herc, and so as punishment for being a part of the other faction, they executed his family and intend to execute him as well. That makes sense. Their face is different, beneath the eyes, beneath the soul. They have changed irrevocably. Where once they would insult me with meaningless threats, now they speak of only a singular purpose. Where once they would be capable of happiness or grief, now they only care about their cult, about their supposed purpose. Yeah, so it's referred to as the Cult of Null, and they worship the Atlas, much like the Gek and the Korvax do. But the followers of Herc, or the descendants of Herc, or however they're categorized, they believe that the Atlas is a false god and basically do everything that they can to fight against the Atlas. Now, of course, we know that this is all simulated, so they can't really do anything about it, but, you know, they try. The technician asks me to build an Exocraft mining laser, promising to craft me the blueprint for a new Exocraft, the Nomad. Okay. The world will change. It must. It has to, traveler. Or else all of this, everything we have done, it will have been for nothing at all. Okay. So I need one more magnetized ferrite, because of course I do. And I need 2... life support jelly for some strange reason. Couldn't tell you why. And then I will be able to make the mining laser. So let's see if I have any... Oh my goodness, I am very gassy today. Sorry, I don't know why I said that out loud. You guys didn't need to hear that. It looks like we don't have any magnetized ferrite. So I'm just gonna real quick go into the refiner and go to the pure ferrite right here. And I'm just gonna refine 1 because that's all I need. And then my Exocraft is out of range because we drove it for a very short period of time, and then I gave up on that. And now we can build the mining laser. Bang, bang, bang. Alright. Done and dusted. Now what does it want me to do? I have done this. Can you... There we go. Alright, what do you got? Have you built the mining laser? I hope you enjoy working with Vy'keen technology. Nothing refines the design of a machine like us using it in combat, even if that combat is against the Earth. Fair enough. Confirm it is built. Nomad Geobay. A secure parking, summoning, and customization facility for the Nomad Light Exocraft. The Nomad Geobay can be constructed anywhere on a planet's surface. Okay. Excellent work. Your Exocraft mining laser should be powerful enough to extract even magnetized ferrite from this planet. Witness the art of the mech priest, that I can create such marvels. Gra. This universe is a mystery, traveler. Lives are spent in solving it. We shall do our part. The technician needs me to gather magnetized ferrite, a hyperdense mineral that must be refined. My life will be made easier with the Exocraft mining laser, able to harvest pure ferrite from large deposits. The technician will use this to craft an exosuit for my... to craft an upgrade for my Exocraft radar. They say the Vy'keen first rose to the stars in ships crafted from pure magnetized ferrite. Who knows what we will accomplish? 'Tis a good question. How much magnetized ferrite do you need me to gather? Because depending on that answer, I may need to gather some more materials, or I can just stick some ferrite. Oh, perfect, okay. In that case, I will use the more efficient version, which is this one right here. Well, I'll do what I can with this carbon, and then I'll just use the pure ferrite for the rest of it, because unfortunately, I don't think I have carbon for anything else that I would need it for. Yeah, that's okay. Oh yeah, because I used some of the... Because I used some of the carbon to craft the life support gel to make the Exocraft mining laser. That's what it was. Alright, I've gathered the ferrite, or the magnetized ferrite, and now return to the technician. Excellent. Have you brought me the magnetized ferrite, traveler? The signals are out there. I know they are. All you need is a signal booster capable of detecting them. Do I not have that? Is that not the thing you told me to build first? I give the technician the ferrite they requested. As they work with it, I examine their station. It is barren now, lacking the flaws, the personality of their previous equipment. I cannot help but miss the way they were before, for all this newfound efficiency and focus. What? I cannot help but miss the way they were before, for all this newfound efficiency and focus. The flaw of their individuality, forever gone, drowned within their great purpose. Radar amplifier. Oh. Allows for additional building types to be acquired by the Exocraft radar, including planetary drop pods, abandoned structures, and waste heaps. You can just find drop pods with these? Take the signal booster. Upgrade it. When it is constructed, I have something else for you. Compensation for your work. I've been analyzing your Exocraft telemetry, you see. It seems that my previous incarnation did not even provide you with the most basic in Exocraft weapon upgrades. Exocraft weapon upgrades. Gra. Forgive the Vy'keen that I was, Acolyte. It is not polite to withhold firepower. The technician requires me to craft an upgrade to my signal booster, promising me upgrades to my weapon system. Accept the request. I sure will. Your technology multiplies. Soon your Exocraft will be the envy of all you encounter. Go, traveler. Build your upgrades. I will continue my great work. Okay. Well, I just need to get 2 ion batteries, which I have the cobalt for, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. And bingo, bango, bingo, bango, bongo, done and dusted. Alright. Nice. Alright. What do you have to say for us, friend? Gra, the blueprints for your weapon upgrades are ready, interloper. Have you improved your scanning equipment yet? I sure have. The technician gives me blueprints for weapon upgrades, but as they pass them to me, an alert begins to sound on their terminal. Their search is almost complete. A scan has found something. Found what? That you chose this world of all worlds to make your home, out of infinite possibilities. I did not think it possible, but my scans have uncovered the truth. Null themselves visited this place. We shall uncover their final words. Oh, that's cool. Use your upgraded Exocraft radar to locate this planet's abandoned structures. Bring me the nanite clusters contained within, and I will use them to forge a new acceleration module for the trials ahead. Viking claims that this Null, the namesake of their cult, once visited my planet. I cannot know if this is true. I walk through worlds of ruin and wonder at these peoples, at their obsession with their past, at the hatred that tore them asunder. I wonder what the future might hold, what secrets might echo out through the hub of creation. This technician requires nanite clusters to initiate their final ritual. They have an Exocraft booster waiting for my return. Tread carefully, traveler. In all abandoning things there grows a rot. Take the nanite clusters and leave before something notices your theft. Good point. Return to the... Wait, what? Return to the technician. Oh, apparently I've gathered nanite clusters already? Okay, sure. Have you obtained the nanite clusters? The hour draws late, and your Exocraft booster upgrade awaits. Sure have. The technician takes the nanite clusters. As they hold them, they appear to enter some strange trance. After a moment, it is done. There is a strange look behind their eyes. The warrior informs me that they have taken communication with their ancestors. They know what they need to do. Why is this text formatted in a way that it feels like he's speaking to me when he's clearly not? Traveler, my work is complete. I have overridden the ley lines, charged their holy data. They have revealed to me a monolith, a tomb for the final prophecy. If you go there before the ley lines close off, you and you alone will uncover the truth behind my species, the mystery for which Null died. A monolith has been activated. If I reach it quickly enough, I will gain this forbidden knowledge. Alright, sure. The technician has served their holy purpose, driven to obliterate their own personality in pursuit of this very day, this very moment. I do not know if their sacrifice will be in vain. Alrighty then. Monolith detected. But where? Okay. I have a feeling that it would take me too long to get there on the... Actually, that's not true. They gave me 5.5 minutes. But I'm going to cheat again and go there on the starship because, like I said before, the terrain here is way too hilly to make good use of the roamer. It does best on flat or rolling hills, not this mountainous terrain. So, you know, it's going to be difficult. Whoa. It's going to be difficult and tricky for me to be able to do that. So I'm just going to use the starship so I don't have to worry about any of that. And I know it's practice for you to be able to use the roamer itself, but at some level I'm not going to fight the game over an area that the roamer is not supposed to be used. Or not, like, designed to be used. It's supposed to be used here, because that's what this quest is for. To teach you how to use it. But, at some level, I'm not going to fight the game over inopportune terrain when I can just fly here with my starship. Alright, the voice of Null. I approach the monolith. I am engulfed in its terrible truth. I see its words in the text of 1,000 tongues, in the ephemera of countless stars. Submit or witness? Witness, I guess? Know that I heard the word of the Atlas where Herc had heard nothing. I witness events that occurred millennia before my awakening. I see 2 Vikings standing before a red glow, asking it of the universe. Witness again. In their rage, in their impotent jealousy, Herc struck me from the mountain, and I saw the truth of what the monolith had said. That my end would be an awakening. That in this dream, nothing should perish. What? I see a Gek and a Korvax standing side by side before me, and before the vision ends, I see a vision of something I have not seen before. Of something that does not belong in this or any place, of hatred, grief, despair. Of something that is yet to come. That doesn't sound good. Or so it would be until the coming of the last traveler. So it would be until the destruction of realities. Know this, the final testament of Null. I see the end of time, the end of all things, and in that crimson light there is a figure, its hand held out before eternity. I see all this, and then it is over. The monolith has nothing more to show me. I leave, shaken by my experience. As I go, I feel something right behind me, breathing, watching. When I turn, it is gone. Is it supposed to be like Null's spirit or something that was watching me? Now, I don't know what submitting would have done. I'm sure it probably would have done something similar, but he did say to witness Null's final words, so that was what I did. But basically that just reaffirms our position of where we are right now, because Null essentially predicted the end of the universe based on what the Atlas had told them, which we have learned on our own throughout our various quests with Apollo and Artemis, and also because the final quest is called, well, maybe not the final quest, but it seems like the final quest is called The Purge, in which we reset the simulation, which means that potentially Null was predicting us, and that was why that presence was there? I don't know. Let's see. I envy you, Traveler. To see the words of Null himself, Gra. With this discovery, you have vindicated the actions of 1,000 martyrs, Traveler. You deserve your reward. You deserve the Colossus, the largest exocraft in my arsenal. Use it and strike terror upon our enemies. The Vy'keen believe that their ancestor Herc received wisdom from a great monolith, initiating a war against the Sentinels and slaying Null the Objector. The monolith I discovered proved that this history is a lie. Null was honored with a vision, while Herc had been met with only silence, and in their jealousy, Herc murdered Null. Yet I am left with questions. I am left thinking of the creature I felt behind me. I am left with dread. The technician offers me the Colossus geobase schematic. Accepted. The technician passes me the schematic. As they do, their eyes beam with pride and sadness. Oh, cool. That was a very large, substantial blueprints, like twice the materials as the other geobase. I have transmitted Null's testament to my brethren, Traveler. What you have learned this day will spread amongst the Vy'keen. It will change our people for the better. Gra. And if violence is required for change, so be it. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how you go. As for you, you are not as pathetic as I once believed. Thanks. You are no longer interloper. You are one of us, now until the end of time itself, enthroned in the glory of the Colossus. The technician waits anxiously to see my Colossus exocraft in its full glory. I watch as they begin to forge an upgrade for my exocraft mining laser, surrounded by schematics and charts. Sure, I'll build it. The Colossus is a fine craft. They say Herc and Null rode one together before their end. Okay, so I need to build a Colossus, I guess? Construct a Colossus geobay. Indeed. Alright then. I should have paraffinium in my starship? Or paraffinium? Oh no, it's in my other starship. Okay. In that case, I will go back and get it. I'll make the ion batteries right now, and I'll make the metal plating right now as well. And then I will head to my freighter, and I will gather the paraffinium, and I will be back here when I've done that, and we can build the... oh, excuse me. The Colossus. Alright. We've gotten ourselves the Colossus, and man oh man is it. Tell you what. I have a feeling that this is going to be much better equipped for going over hills and such than the roamer is. So let's go talk to our technician friend and see what he has to say about this. Have you constructed the Colossus Geobay? Have you struck terror into the hearts of all those who oppose you? I mean, I've done the Colossus, but I have not struck terror into the hearts of anyone. Grah, careful answer. You must strike terror if you are to succeed in life, traveler. You will subjugate this world with the power of the Colossus. Here's an Exocraft vehicle laser upgrade to assist with the task. Oh wow, cool. I have almost exhausted the limits of my work, but soon you shall have mastery of this planet's signals and the speed with which to reach any threat. I require only sufficient nanite clusters to build the final blueprints. Grah, this employment has been one of glory. The technician requires more nanite clusters to create an upgrade for my Exocraft radar. Something is wrong. Some time ago I saw the Vy'keen with an image of their family. Before they performed some ritual to erase such attachments from their mind. As I approach now, I see that same image. The technician stares at it, blinking for a few moments with an empty expression. When they notice me, they remove the photograph from the display. We do not speak of it again. I do not wish to awaken their pain. They desire only nanite clusters, not my sympathy. Okay. As I said before, be careful in those abandoned buildings, traveler. Do not lose yourself in the hunt. Well, good thing I already have a whole bunch of freaking nanite clusters, so that's good. Do you have the nanite clusters? Give them to me, please. Please. Vy'keen being polite? That's unusual. The technician's hands shake. It is then that I notice the blueprint is already waiting on the technician's terminal. They require these nanite clusters for some alternative purpose. They are desperate for the substance, refusing to hand over the blueprints without them. Is this some sort of addiction or something? I mean, I'll do it to progress the quest, but I have weird concerns about this. The Vy'keen takes them greedily, turning to imbibe them, which means drink them, for those of you that, weird vocabulary is not your strong suit. Whatever effect this matter has upon the alien, it appears to calm their movements considerably. Sated, they offer me the blueprints. Thanks? Allows for additional buildings to be acquired by the Exocraft. Building types to be acquired by the Exocraft radar, including trade outposts, ruins, and alien structures. The nanite clusters. Their purpose is commonly misunderstood. They form the backbone of much technology, but they are not just machines. They can alter hearts, alter minds, even allow us to forget that which we cannot bear. Ah, I see. The technician has a final reward, an acceleration module for my Nomad Exocraft once I have constructed its Geobay. Okay. Good, let me know when the Nomad Geobay is built. Grah, I cannot wait to witness its glory. Alright, sure. I don't know that I necessarily have a spot for it. Actually, that's not true. I have a spot that I can make right over here. I don't know, does the Nomad, does it fly? How exactly does it move? Okay, so I need more metal plating and more ion batteries. How many did it say I needed? 5. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Can I craft ion batteries? Sure can. Alright, Nomad Geobay. It looks like it is a hovercraft. That's kind of cool. Alright. That would probably be best suited for going over hills and such like this, like they're on this planet. Our work is almost concluded, but every end is a beginning. Indeed. I am too weak to travel as I once did, too tired to continue my pilgrimage. With your leave, I shall remain here to stand by your side against your enemies. Grah, woe betide those who would transgress against us. The technician offers me the final acceleration module. Upgrade, rather. Take it. It has been a pleasure working with you, traveler. Return when you are ready. I have a proposition for you. A lucrative and repeatable venture. Huh. Traveler, I have detected a location of monetary interest. Go, that you may hone your control of the Exocraft. Track the signal down before it disappears, so that we may siphon its units. The technician has hacked a terminal to siphon its units. If I get to the location fast enough, I will be able to transfer the units to my account. They spend their days doing this now, tending to the Exocraft and drawing data from interplanetary networks. Sometimes I see them walking out into the planet itself to explore, but such times are rare. The technician is content with this retirement, engaging in a fugitive activity for the pleasure of the chase, no longer for the necessity of survival. It is a game we can repeat, one last heist after one last heist. Okay, I'll do it. Hurry! Grah! Okay then. Alright. Oh, I'm using the wrong ship. Bollocks. Oh well. Once again, I will mainly focus on this. I'll hone my Exocraft skills off-screen, because, like I said before, this hilly planet makes for difficult traversal with an Exocraft. So, let's go see. This is probably a manufacturing facility, so we may end this episode with some combat with some Sentinels. Yep, it is. Alright. Is there a landing pad that I can take advantage of? That would be kind of nice. Oh no, it's not! It's just an abandoned building. Okay. In that case, I shall land, and I shall go inside, and I shall gather the things that I need to. I thought this was a manufacturing facility, but it's clearly not. Alright. I have some concerns about... Never mind, I thought this would be a thingamajig with a hazardous plant. The terminal whirs into action, spitting out errata in its confusion, siphoning funds from an intergalactic transaction directly into my account. Give me the records. As I go, I think to myself how glad I am that my technician can hack these networks. They claim they can do this 1,000 times and not be caught by any authorities. I hope that my fugitive friend is right. Okay. 35,000 units. That's pretty nice. Very cool. Oh yeah, I totally have been here before. Alright. Well then, in that case, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. I'm going to go back to the base so I can do the outro in earnest. But yeah, we've made a fair bit of progress. We have, I believe that is the final NPC for the base. I do not believe there are any more at this point, but I could be totally wrong about that. The Overseer does still have some quests for us to take pictures of various planets. So after I do that, they may have more things for me to do, but I think this pretty much marks the end of the base upgrade and augmentation process. Which means that as we start to thin the herd of side missions, so like the Corrupted Archive here, there's a waste disposal plant here, the Corvette assembly, which I don't really care about because you need a lot of parts and it's just to build a spaceship, which is something that I already have. We could do a whole bunch of missions for the Nexus if you guys want to see me do that in an episode. This is just scanning things, which is for completion, but not actually for like anything story related. We can claim this settlement, which I will probably do in the next episode. We also have this mission and finding the black hole, wherever the heck that takes us. So there's still a sizable amount of things to do, but it is worth noting that the series is starting to come to an end. Well, with that all being said, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you made it to the end, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it helps YouTube know that this is content that people want to see and is worth putting out. I know this is a stark contrast from the previous episodes, which were more focused on kicking the pants off of the Sentinels, which you guys seem to really enjoy, so I may do something like that in the future. But for now, that's it for what we have. As always, if you made it to the end of the episode, hopefully you allowed me to entertain you for this long, and you appreciate it, because I certainly appreciate being able to entertain you all. It makes, it's part of what I do, and it's what makes it so much fun. Anyways, as always, take care of yourselves. Alright,